What's up, guys? UFC Perth just wrapped up a couple hours ago, and I'll be giving my recap to the main card. Now, no disrespect to anyone on the prelims, but I could not be bothered to wake up at 4 a.m. Let's get into it. First fight of the main card, we have taituivasa versus Louies-Sutherland. Now, this was a fight that I did not think... Damn, there's no stats for this one, I guess. That's crazy. Let's see what... That's crazy, bro. I guess Tuivasa and Sutherland didn't fight. Going to erase it from our memories. Alright, so this was a fight I did not see go in the distance. Tuivasa was on a 6-fight losing streak, now 7. Louis was on a 2-fight losing streak. I figured one of these guys would get cut if they lost, so they would both throw caution to the wind and go out striking, blobfest. That was not the case at all. Early on, Louis shoots a single leg to the cage. Tuivasa, he pulls a front headlock. Sutherland escapes. Louis, he throws leg kicks and spinning back fists. He shoots a double leg takedown. He pulls a guillotine, which is a recurring thing in this fight. Kept pulling guillotines and front headlocks trying to stop Sutherland's takedowns. Sutherland shot 11 of them, so had at least 11 headlock attempts, and multiple guillotines throughout this fight. He pulls the guillotine, gets back up, he gets to the cage, gets back up. Louis, he throws a bunch of spinning back elbows and a lot of knees from the clinch. I mean, I would say he was the aggressor in this fight. He kept the pace. Early on he threw a leg kick and then shot that single leg. Tuivasa didn't have much in terms of returns for the striking. Not much there, to be honest with you. Louis shoots again. Sprawls. He gets to side control, and then Louis rolls into mount. It was a pretty nice reversal. From there, 2 minutes in half guard in Tuivasa's half guard to finish the round. Not a lot going on after the first 3 minutes were action packed. All right, Louis, throws a leg kick early on, shoots the single leg. Tuivasa pulls the front headlock. Louis escapes it. Louis shoots a double leg. Gets his back to the cage. Another front headlock, escapes that. Louis shoots another takedown. He's thrown a lot of spinning back elbows, clinching, knee strikes in the clinch. Shoots, sprawls. Gets the side control. Louis reverses, gets to mount, and then ends the round in side control. After that, that last 2 minutes of the first round where Louis was on top and couldn't do anything, wasn't even able to throw any type of strikes defensively. Louis was just, ground and pound, attempting to move to better positions. No sub attempts. That was pretty much the entire fight, I'll be honest with you. Rounds 2 and 3, there wasn't much to say. Round 2, Louis shoots again, lands, gets tied down, gets dominant positions really, but no sub attempts. Some ground and pound, nothing really damaging. There was a moment in the third round where Louis was not advancing any of his positions, so the ref stood them up, and the crowd was obviously booing. They're yelling, "Stand him up, stand him up." Louis, he has to stand up. Gets him up, and then there was a moment like early on where, not early on, sorry, in the third round after they were stood up, where Louis kind of just falls to the floor. Gets on top of him, starts hitting him ground and pound, and then Louis, he gave his back, and then hits him in the back of the head a couple of times. They didn't call that, but then after the bell rang, I think he hit Louis with a knee specifically, hit him with a late strike, so they took a point away. This was a 30-26 unanimous decision win for Louis. This is one of those things where he can't stop the grappling. I think against the Teixeira in that fight at 325, there were some moments where the crowd was booing "Stand him up" because Teixeira was just kind of smudge wrestling Tuivasa. That seems to be his biggest weakness. Louis on the feet was throwing some crazy strikes. I mean, I keep talking about that spinning back elbow. There was some pretty dynamic moments from him. Some knee strikes in the clinch as well. He did seem to be striking pretty well, but he must have been more confident in his ability to grapple, so he kept it there. Louis, pretty sure it gets him a ranked position now. He's ranked 15? I don't even know if at this point they might just say, hey, he's on a 7-fight losing streak. He never should have been ranked. Louis needs to fight another unranked fighter. Maybe they give him Teixeira. Both guys have Louis was more impressive. Teixeira's was pretty unimpressive, but both guys coming off of win over Teixeira. if he wants to fight, it needs to be another unranked fighter or just retire, go to another promotion. Not sure what's going to happen with him. They gave him this win or this fight in hopes that he would win. He was a minus 200 favorite. Before that, he was fighting Sean Sharoff, who's 4-2, also on a 2-fight losing streak. So clearly, they tried to give Tuivasa the win at home. Could not do that. Yes. Good fights, good fight. Shamil versus Pericic. This was a good one. I like this fight. Let me look at my notes real quick. Shamil. Okay, so Shamil was the aggressor, ran off at the start, starts trading punches with Pericic. Single leg takedown, or sorry, double leg takedown. Pericic stands up. So early on, Shamil, he throws a leg kick, I believe, gets over to Pericic, gets him up against the fence. They start trading. It's pretty heavy. Shamil from there shoots the double leg. Pericic stands up. Shamil, he grabs a body lock. He throws knees to the body in the clinch. Decently, nothing crazy there. Takes Pericic's back, and then from there he starts throwing like knees to the back of the leg. Nothing really damaging. Pericic, for whatever reason, did not seem to be fighting out of that at all. Don't know why he's kind of just letting Shamil throw those knees to his back. Didn't see him doing anything to move out of it. Very strange. The ref separates them, and then they get back to striking. Pericic rocks Shamil pretty badly. Shamil like grabbed Pericic's head. At first, it looked like he was going for like a collar tie. From there, it just looked like he grabbed both of his hands around the back of Pericic's head. It wasn't like, to clinch up and stop the overhooks and the devastating punches. It didn't look like he was trying to separate himself. It was weird. He didn't try to eliminate any space. He didn't try to create distance. He just wanted to keep him at range perfectly to get punched in the face repeatedly. I don't know what Shamil was thinking, but hey, he did it. I don't know what was happening. I don't know what was going through his head. That was so weird, man. He wasn't trying to clinch up. He wasn't trying to create distance. He just like kept Pericic at perfect range to throw uppercuts and jabs and hooks and everything he needed. That was rocking Shamil's head, like knocking his head back. That was pretty much to end the round. Nothing there. Round 2 was straight hands. They were knocking each other's heads back. Bisping said himself. He said, Shamil's head was flying backwards. His neck was flying back. That was 100% what was happening. Shamil, he keeps his hands too low, bro. I don't know. That's the thing that I've noticed frequently more and more in these fights. Like Prates also keeps his hands pretty low, but Prates is a much more dynamic fighter. Shamil's obviously he grapples more than Prates. So I don't want to sit here and act like Shamil's one-dimensional. He only strikes, but a lot of guys I've been noticing recently keep their hands very low. Pericic gets the second round finish just from strikes. I mean, there was a moment where he just kept punching Shamil, and Shamil didn't try to create distance, wasn't keeping his hands up defensively, just getting punched repeatedly until he gets dropped one time. Pericic didn't even need to follow up with ground and pound. The ref jumped in immediately. Pericic knew that he won that fight, knew that Shamil was out. So Pericic, he says he wants to fight, in Serbia and Belgrade, which is a recurring thing. I mean, who was it? Louiesutherland also said he wanted to fight in Serbia. He said he wanted to fight Marcin Tybura. So this card, the Serbia card, a lot of people, not a lot, but 2 fights in a row, guys are expressing interest in wanting to fight on it. So could be a decent card. I mean, I expect to see Rakic. I expect to see who else. Who else? I think Whitaker's set to fight in Serbia, if I'm not mistaken. I think against Nikita Krylov. So Serbia might be a decent card too. Marwan Rahiki versus Aldi Schmidt. Rahiki caught Schmidt in the first round. Now, this one wasn't like a domination. Let me see. Yeah, not a domination. A lot of kicking in this fight. I don't know if I can see the striking breakdown. No, I can't see it on here. Let me see. I wish it would tell you how many of each. Like, it shows you the targets, but it doesn't show you, what they threw with. There's the legs or the punches, but or like elbows, knees, whatever. But tons of roundhouse and spinning back kicks in this fight. Very interesting. I think that was the most. I think if you were to compare like, kicking to knees, elbows, punches, that was the most like heavy in terms of kicking I've ever seen a fight in my life, at least in a round specifically. Even though because this round only went, half of the first round, a little over. barely any punches, knees, elbows, a lot of kicks, a lot of, like I said, roundhouse kicks, spinning back kicks. Where he caught Ollie Schmidt with he threw like a right overhand and then followed up with a left hand, drops him. Really, no need for ground and pound. It wasn't a domination, like I said. I mean, he did have more output in terms of strikes, not by a whole lot. Did have a higher percentage landed, but it wasn't like he dominated. Like it was he caught Schmidt pretty well. I'm not trying to take away from Rahiki. He's undefeated. Definitely a good win. I just want to say that Schmidt was not. He did not look bad in this fight at all. Elliott versus Urseg. Elliott versus Urseg. Urseg got the win. The decision win. It was, yeah. I mean, I agree with that, but I don't want to sit here and act like it wasn't close at times. Definitely early in the first and second rounds, Elliott was showing, put up a good showing versus in the later rounds. He looked like he gassed out. Looked like he could not hang. Elliott, multiple takedown attempts. Let's see if, yeah. So 2 of 11. Sorry, I was looking at something else. Elliott, early takedown, but Ursay kept getting up, so they weren't giving Elliott the takedowns. Because honestly, 2 for 11, he landed a couple more, but it was like there was zero control immediately after. Ursay just stood up, so they didn't count them. Very scrappy start. Elliott and Ursay, they were trading. Looked pretty equal. I believe even up until round 2, there was a moment where it showed the striking breakdown, and both guys had 48 landed. So I don't know how many were attempted, but very even in the trading. Elliott was wrestling much more heavily. Don't get me wrong, Ursay won. I mean, every time Elliott would shoot a takedown and quote unquote land it, Ursay would get up immediately. Elliott had like no control with his takedowns. Ursay kept stuffing them. Elliott he landed a takedown to end round 1, but it didn't go anywhere. There was only a few seconds of control before the second round. Let me see. There was a moment where Urseg lands a takedown. He gets Elliott's back, and then Elliott gets up and lands a takedown himself. Elliott was mixing in the wrestling a lot, and he just had zero control. He just couldn't stay there. The takedowns were looking good, but just zero control. And then as the rounds went on, Urseg was definitely he was in better shape. He was sharper. Elliott was very tired. I mean, there was moments where Urseg would throw, and it was like Elliott, he wasn't defending himself. He just, he was kind of like evading. There was no real look where he wanted to, throw counter punches, or it just looked like he couldn't keep up. He was just gassing out. So Ursay gets the win. First 2 rounds were much more competitive. That third round was rough. Let me see if I can, let me see. Okay, so 40 of 93 and then 44 of 55. So same amount same percentage, but Elliott landed more because he threw significantly more. So 2 for 3 in the takedowns, but no control. I mean, towards the end, he landed on the last takedown. He had a little bit of control, but the round ended there. Round 2, Ursay comes back, stuffs all 4 takedowns, lands one of his own, and then that was when I was. And then, round 3, Ursay gets it. So more competitive in the second than the third, but as you can see, like first round, Elliott's there. Second, nope. Third, even less. So I think he gassed out. I think he just couldn't keep up. Good win for Urseg. Great wrestling defense. Elliott just had no control. Nothing he could do with the takedowns he landed. Dariush versus Salkild. Now, this fight, let me see. This one, I predicted. I knew that Salkild would get it done, but Benny had good wrestling, good defense too himself. There was a moment early on where he threw like a leg kick and it knocked Salkild off balance. He didn't fall. He didn't, it wasn't a knockdown or anything like that, but he knocked him off balance. And there was another one like immediately after where Salkild fell, and from the angle we were looking behind Dariush, we could not see exactly what happened, but they said it was a knockdown for I think Chandler sorry, not Chandler, Michael Bisping. I'm talking about the wrong Michael. Michael Bisping. He said it was a knockdown for Dariush, I believe, but I mean they didn't score it for him, which was weird. Like, cause I remember I watched it live and I was like they called it as a knockdown for Dariush, but I didn't get that impression at all. And then now they're saying it wasn't, but Michael Bisping said definitively, he's like, oh yeah, like crazy power from Dariush or nice knockdown or something. So I was like damn, bro, I didn't see that at all. And then great wrestling, got super low with the body lock stuff, Salkill's takedowns. He had no luck there, getting the underhooks in too as well. Landed 2 takedowns of his own, but when the actual striking was there, and like I said, like everybody else said, he just could not hang. I mean, 37 strikes to be knocked out by Oliveira, 8 by Arman, and then 3 by BSD. I mean, he got hit 15 times by Salkil, so this is an improvement. It went from 37 to 8 to 3, but like it just wasn't. His chin is compromised. I mean, I've seen plenty of people saying, "Oh, if you shake his hands too hard, he'll fold." Obviously, this is, you know, he's fighting some heavy-handed people. Like Arman hits like a truck. Salkild's knocking people out left and right. BSD is a powerful motherfucker. So I don't want to take away from Dariush. I don't want to take away from Salkild, but this is something that, like, we know that Dariush is his chin is compromised. This is just something that you have to expect with him fighting. So good win for Salkild. Needs to work on that wrestling a little bit, his wrestling defense, his takedowns, but he's definitely moving up, and he's now a ranked fighter. So congratulations to him. The main event, JDM versus Prates. Now this fight, at first I didn't know who to pick, man. I was 50-50. I saw this as a true like coin flip fight. And then something happened before the fight where they asked JDM, "How do you see this going?" I'm sorry, they asked Prates, and he said, "Oh, I'm going to knock your boy out." And then they asked JDM, and JDM said, "Oh, it's going to be a 25-minute war." If you're telling the people in the public that your best bet for the fight, like your best prediction, is that you're going to go to war with the guy who's knocked out 18 people for 25 minutes, that just told me, like, yo, this is not. He's not in the right headspace. Like, he does not believe he can get it done. Like, something happened, and then I ended up in my predictions video saying, I bet on Prates and I put money on him, and I'm glad I did. Exciting fight, great. Some pretty surprising moments. I mean, before the fight started, they panned it's like Prates' wife and daughter, and then they immediately cut back, and like there was some action going on. Like they were fighting before the fight. It looked like, not literally fighting, but they were like jumping at each other. I was like, holy shit! Like they're about to go at it. And then there was no glove touch between the two. JDM pushed the pace early on, had Prates against the cage. Lots of nasty body. Oh my God, Prates body kicks, knees, leg kicks. Like he was chewing Maddalena's legs up, throwing a few body shots to the liver. There was a moment where I showed JDM's back. His entire back was red. I'm like, damn, why is his back so red? And they cut to his front, and I saw a little bit on the liver. And I was like, oh, that's where Prates' foot is wrapping around from, kicking JDM in the liver. I think it was only like 2-3 times by that point, but like hit him that hard to where like his foot, when it hits the back, is leaving these big ass red marks. Like crazy striking by Prates, showing who he is, what he does. The biggest surprise to me was the takedowns by JDM. JDM, it says he was 2 for 5, 40%, but the first two, I think it was the first and the third attempts that landed, or the first and the second. Like the first one looked easy. Like he, got that double leg with ease. I was like, holy shit, is JDM like, is he gonna wrestle in this fight? Because I said in my prediction video that Prates has nothing to worry about in terms of wrestling. I was wrong. I mean, that was pretty entertaining to see, pretty surprising that JDM was wrestling. I was like, holy shit. And then later on, I thought to myself, like, after Prates won, he called out Islam. It's like, bro, if JDM is taking you down with ease and 2 of his first 3 takedowns, you have no chance against Islam, bro. There's nothing. Like, Islam is about to show you levels. But I don't want to take away from Prates, bro. I mean, he crazy fucking win. Like, the strikes were devastating. He 54% striking, 100 for 193. I think he picked his strikes pretty well. He seemed very composed, kept his hands down, seemed confident, and understandably so. I mean, got the solid win. He dropped JDM 3 times. I think what was it? Definitely one, maybe 2 of those were by leg kicks. Like fucking crazy. Had JDM bleeding, got him done in the 3rd round. Like this fight was crazy. I thought Prates would win. I did. I mean, it was, like I said, it was a coin flip. I was leaning towards JDM at first, and then something switched where I was like, no, Prates has that. This was a pretty one-sided fight. First round, the reason JDM shot the takedowns was because Prates was fucking him up on the feet, right? Like he was beating him in the striking. I know JDM's a great striker, but like I did not think it would go that way to the point where he'd have to wrestle. And then rounds 2 and 3, like let me see if I can find this. Yeah, first round, it looks. Why does it say 3 knockdowns in round 1? Or is it showing? That's so weird. Okay, all were in round 2. Or no, what the fuck is. That's weird. Alright. Anyways, by round 3, bro, 1 out of 7 strikes for JDM, 46 out of 69 for Prates. At this point, you can just see the fight progress more and more in Prates' favor. Like, I want to know the breakdown for the knockdowns. I don't know. I think it was like 1 and 2, and then 2 in round 3. Maybe all 3 in round 3. But crazy fucking fight. Surprised JDM wrestled. Surprised Prates made it look that easy. The liver shots were insane. The leg kicks to drop JDM in fucking insane. Crazy striking. Had him bleeding. Had him leaking. Absolutely insane. Great win by Prates. Don't want to take away from him. JDM, who should he fight? I say the loser of Buckley versus Brady. Who else is there? I don't know. Maybe the winner of Bilal versus Bonfim. Well, Bilal's on a 2-fight losing streak himself. I mean, where do you even go from here? Leon Edwards? No. Maybe Leon Edwards. Leon's on a 3-fight. No, Leon has a fight scheduled for International Fight Week. So, Prates, him, Gary, and Morales. I don't know who. I mean, he said he's willing to wait for Ian versus Islam. So maybe you give him the winner of that fight. Maybe you make him fight Morales. I mean, those are the only real matchups for him. He has to fight Morales or the winner of Ian versus Islam if they fight, or So this is an interesting division to make matchups for because everybody's either booked or like they've already fought each other and won or lost. So you know how the matchups go. But overall, solid fight night. Next week we have the best pay-per-view possibly I've ever seen, like on paper. 328 is fucking insane. I'm excited, looking forward to that. I'm gonna do a full card breakdown for that one. So let me know what you guys think about this fight or these fights, this fight night. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what your predictions are for 328, and I'll catch you in the next one.